Tegan Burris certainly can do the gritty, and she has been an outstanding quarterback for Conquer SoCal, representing the Seattle Seahawks, and the colors tell the story. Her favorite NFL player, Fred Warner.
We got first down.
I mean, she just exudes confidence. Even the way that she walks on the field, she looks like she owns the place. And with those set of receiver around her, and Sophie Guitron, Milan Heisdorf, and Maya Helmar, you would have some confidence too.
First pass across the middle, incomplete. Heisdorf, the intended receiver, and it will be second down midfield to go.
Milan Heisdorf, again, being that D1 soccer player, and was actually recently featured in one of the NFL features.
That's big time.
It's a big deal to be picked out there.
Burris heaves one deep, has a player open. It was Guitron, and that pass too far, and quickly Phoebes, it's third down.
It is Guitron actually playing for Team USA. They all competed last weekend out in Los Angeles, where they had the International Cup. As this game is growing, we're getting more and more athletes, more and more opportunities to play as national programs. So these are definitely athletes to watch throughout the game.
12-minute running halves just underway in Canton. And Burris again across the middle. Pass is corralled, and the flag is pulled short of midfield as Heisdorf makes the reception. It'll be fourth down.
Really nice speed here, coming off the line and being able to burst. Look, that jump in the air helped her to not get her flag pulled. Now it's looking at making that decision. You're fourth and short, 2 yards from the midline. I would imagine they would want to go for it as well.
Gain of 18, 2 needed to keep the drive alive, and they will. No surprise, Burris. Maya Helmar also a part of Team USA. Easy pitch and catch. That's a first down. Heisdorf has it. Her second grab, and a late penalty marker comes in.
It was a really nice play design. You'll see a lot. We get those stack formations. You tend to get either a go or some sort of slant inside. But when you get that motion with it coming back out, it makes it interesting.
On the defense, number 8, 5-yard penalty, first down.
Brian Sullivan with the call. How about this officiating crew? All the experience in the world. They've shown it. It has been an outstanding day on the field in terms of these rules and interpretations and the like.
Absolutely. These officials actually are from all over the country, and they are hand-selected by Tom Lenev, the head of officiating for NFL Flag, to bring them to this moment. So this is a really huge honor for them to be here and to be able to officiate these games of the top athletes in the country.
Second and goal.
Second and goal from the 5. And in the no-run zone as Guitron brings in the reception. Again, no run zone to me sounds like a future meme song. Like somebody can take that and run with it.
No pun intended.
You see what I did there? Finally, somebody understands my expertise. Back corner, and that is in for the touchdown. And here comes Conquer SoCal. And the grab by Herstein.
And when we're looking at this, a lot of times we talk about the eye candy going to the front pylons here, but actually it's easy to lose that corner, right? Those back pylon throws that will be a really big play in the future.
And it was Maya Helmar with the touch. They'll go for one from the 5. Already 6-0. In the end zone, make it 7.
1-point conversion.
They do a really nice job of playing with spacing based off of their formations. You'll see them all lined for specific reasons to create this space here.
Guitron with the point after, and the touchdown grab in the back quarter.
First down
by Helmar.
I love that kind of smash concept of that whip in the front with the corner in the back. They're just really nice ways to pull the eyes of the defender.
Back to work. And Rockford with possession, trailing 7-0. Again, just underway. Second in midfield coming up after a short pickup for maybe 5. Lena Valmassi, you mentioned she is an outstanding juggler. And she is the starting quarterback at 5'7", originally from Chicago.
Yeah, and these girls are so proud of being from Chicago. They've been a huge part of growing the game and actually getting the sport state sanctioned. And that's a really big deal, because as we're trying to grow this game across the globe and across the U.S., getting the different states to sanction it as a varsity high school sport will be huge.
Third down, midfield to go. Rockford with possession. Valmassi heaves it. And along the far side, the flag is pulled. It'll be fourth down. And Rockford will need about 4 yards to keep this drive going.
I think they're willing to take the risks early on
down.
here. With 4 yards, looking at the way that the
holding.
defense is presenting itself, most of the time you'll just either run hitches or something along the front, ins, out, something to just kind of get people on the move.
Valmassi on the move, flips it forward, pass is caught. Elvåg, her father from Norway, records the first down. It'll be first and goal from there, from the 20.
That was a really nice
First and
play, and
goal.
also someone who plays both sides of the ball. She plays a little bit of DB as well, which is key. We talk about this time and time again. You need to understand offense and defensive play here.
Valmassi's going to be sacked. How common is that for players to play both ways at this level of flag?
At this level of flag, it's pretty important. So we're looking at the rush here.
on the play.
Look at the
Second down.
one hand up, and I love that the quarterback is trying to make that move, but a brilliant job there by Sophie Guitron. Again, another Team USA player playing both ways as receiver and rusher.
Second and goal across the middle, and the pass will be grabbed by Marilyn Myrick.
She's a senior this year, and she's actually going to go
Third and
play
goal.
flag at Benedictine College, where her current head coach coaching today, Caroline Schwartz, is going to be coaching. Now, what's really cool about all this is actually one of the few female-only coaching staff. So you want to see more and more of that as the sport develops.
Third and goal, have to get it to the end zone and stop just short inside the 1 yard line. And oh so close that time for Rockford. But the defensive stand
Turnover on downs.
prevents the touchdown. A
Zero call.
turnover on downs.
I mean, all of that just boosts the love for the sport and the interest in it.
Burris completes the pass ahead to the 15. It'll be second down in midfield to go from there. And the catch made by Helmar, who scored the game's only touchdown moments ago.
And Burris does a really nice job
Second
of
down.
sitting and being patient in the pocket, and it's allowing for these lanes to open up for their receivers. So they're less about those short kind of check down routes, whereas they're looking at more intermediate, finding those holes in the defense where they can sit and settle.
One of the questions we asked Conquer SoCal pregame, who's the team jokester? Who keeps things loose for this squad? And everybody pointed to Maya Helmar. And I said, Maya, why is that the case? She goes, because I have no filter. So she said, when I score a touchdown today, just call it as Maya No Filter Helmar. And I said, all right, we'll work that in at some point in time. And Maya, it happens to be right now.
Everyone
down,
needs
run
that on the
pass.
team. You need a good balance of characters because you never know in those pressure moments. You need someone to lock you in, and sometimes you need people to just let you de-stress a little.
It's important for the chemistry of the team. Helmar at 5'10", the wide receiver, a standout performer. And a quick strike to Heisdorf, who's also impressive. Flag pulled short of the 15.
What I like about this team is going back, you'll see it here, all of them just run hitches to the midway point.
First and
And
goal.
it goes right back to what the coach was saying earlier on. Coach Schulman said, it's efficiency and execution. We're not going to be fancy. We're just going to hitch our way up the field.
The hitch worked for 15 and a first down. It'll be first and goal from there. Heisdorf has been active. Tegan Burris has been on point. And she'll get it standing near midfield. Wants it all towards the end zone, and there it is again. Sophie Guitron from 17 yards out. The second scoring strike from quarterback Tegan Burris, who has been impressive early.
A beautiful job there. A nice little scissors concept, getting the back pylons covered up, and it's just taking those defenders' eyes away. She does such a nice job and beautifully placed where only her receiver can get it.
And again, they'll go for the singular point. Burris now 8 of 10 passing, 85 yards, 2 touches. And trying to extend this advantage to 14-0. Under 3 minutes to go in a quick moving first half. The day it's been for flag football on display in Canton, Ohio. Beautiful afternoon, warm temperatures. And Conquer SoCal has been the dominant team so far in traffic. Guitron again. And the extra point is good. It's 14-0.
Conversion is good.
Really nice hands on that play. Strong hands, even with the defender coming in like that. Just great awareness. You can understand why she's on
First
Team
down,
USA
Bears.
as a receiver. So looking back to this kind of scissors concept that we get, I mean, beautifully placed.
Back to live action. Rockford gets it back. Elvaugh quickly ahead. Let's look at that touchdown one more time, Phoebe.
There you go, and you've got the receivers coming across with that little out route as well. It just slows those defenders from getting back into the end zone because it pulls their eyes down. The rat and the cheese.
The rat and the cheese analysis. How about a sack?
That was a spicy sack.
A spicy sack results in 3rd down and a long ways to go. The pressure was coming, and that time Ween got there.
Beautiful job. I mean, she just had her eyes on the prize the whole time, understanding where the quarterback wants to not roll out and push her away from there.
How difficult is that in just going for the flag? If you don't get it, then you know the quarterback escapes, but you're so close, and she got there and she got the flag.
Risk reward, ultimately. I'm sure if she missed the flag, the coach would be less impressed with that technique.
Sidearm delivery, pass incomplete. There was some contact down the field. Chrissy Johnson, the intended target, and a penalty marker comes in.
It'll be interesting to see who they call this on.
We got impeding the rusher. Offense. Half the distance. 4th down.
Phoebes, that rule again is something to consider in flag football.
It is, and it's going to come up time and time again. Again, when we talk about impeding the rusher, I mean, and it's such a big play here, causing a turnover. But when you watch here, watch the rusher and watch the center. So here, even though because the rusher has that direct line from their spot to where the quarterback is, impeding the rusher applies to the receivers as well, not just the center. So the center comes out, but the receiver who's on that drag route runs into the rusher in her lane. That still counts as impeding the rusher.
It's Marilyn Myrick, the intended receiver that time for Rockford, representing the Chicago
4th down.
Bears.
Bears have elected to punt.
And so on 4th and extremely long, Bears will elect to punt. Conquer SoCal will get it back.
It's a smart move to do here. You want to live to play another down. And then just look at how you're going to adjust your defense. Seeing how Conquer SoCal are wanting to attack the field. They're looking for those intermediate kind of throwing lanes. What can you change up to make that a bit tougher as a read for the quarterback?
So one more chance for Tegan Burris, who claims to be extremely good at rock, paper, scissors. There's a strategy to that I've never understood. Tegan apparently does.
Apparently, it's if you comment on the color of their shirt.
Oh, 1, 2, 3.
Really?
Conquer!
That's it. That's how you win.
I did not know that.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Learning about flag football from the expert, Phoebe Schechter, and also about rock, paper, scissors. You are a turnkey solution.
We're just here to compete.
1st down.
All right, so first midfield to go. Not a lot of time, but you do have 3 timeouts, 50 seconds. What's the strategy here in flag? Across the middle, pass is caught. About that is a good strategy. Ahead towards the 16.
Yeah, beautiful job. Again, right, look at the yardage that they're chunking away here. That's what's so dangerous.
Burris gets the snap again, already with a 14-0 lead. Goes deep and a tiptoe side dance. And yes, it was reeled in. Helmar, boy, she has been electric today. She just got that feed in.
Absolutely. All you need is one. Beautiful job. And again, it's working that high-low, giving your quarterback an easy read.
End zone, Helmar fell down, and we could have a little interference coming. There was a lot of contact near the goal line.
Yeah, looking like that, you're impeding the receiver from getting to their place. So there's something in flag football called right of way and right of place. A receiver has the right of way, should they be running, and right of place.
We got pass interference, defense, spot foul, automatic first.
So time ran off.
Timeout, offense.
And a timeout will be called with the ball placed at the 1.
And when you watch the penalty again, I mean, this is going to be incredible field position for them. But when you're watching the penalty, the receiver is running her route. And here you are, the defender gets in the way of her right of way. Again, to clarify, if you have right of place, that's when you're a defender and your feet are planted. A receiver cannot run into you.
So they'll put 4 seconds back on the clock. And enough time to run one more snap. And whatever your best play is, you better think about utilizing it here. Quick toss and across the goal line for the touchdown. Heisdorf able to reach it without any issue whatsoever.
Elected to go for 1.
And a 20-0 score on the final play of our first half, Phoebe.
I mean, that was a really great play choice here. You're looking at a man setup here. So when you've got someone, just get them out to that front pylon, a quick little shovel pass underneath. That's all you need. And you're anticipating getting points. When you're this close to your end zone, you're anticipating the points. That's the beauty of flag football.
They'll go for 1 again, already leading by 20. Burris towards the back corner, and there it is. Heisdorf, the connection. 21-0 on the final play of a first half that has been dominated by Conquer SoCal.
Really nice job. I mean, they've just executed all the way down the field multiple times, just taking those big chunk plays. And to talk about Rockford, it's just about their defense right now. So we watch this play here. You have to recognize that they're starting to attack the pylons predominantly.
Their start, they've got some work to do against this team, Conquer SoCal. They've been elite.
Conquer have been elite, and really for Rockford, we need them to be efficient. Just build their confidence back up again. The way that Conquer are playing defense, it's making those catches being a lot more contested, but then looking really at Rockford's defense, protecting the end zones, protecting those back pylons.
Lena Valmassi, the quarterback. A little bit of time to rush up the middle. The pass too high for Myrick.
Yeah, the quarterback just needs to calm down a little bit. Just bring the ball down, allow her receivers to be in a great position to catch a ball. They have a lot of talent and speed on this team. They just need to have fun out there, right? We talked about that chemistry. Enjoy this.
Great conversation pre-game with Rockford and talking with Coach Caroline Schwartz. Valmassi, the pump fake. Here comes the pressure. Gets it to Elvog. Crossing the 10, ahead to the 11. It'll be 3rd and mid from there.
A really nice use of that almost center tight end-like screen, essentially waiting for the rush to go past her, and then being a nice check down for the quarterback. It's a great kind of anchor for them to come back down to.
Winner of this game advances to the Elite Eight tomorrow, the quarterfinals. And the low snap results in the ball being spotted way back near the 5-yard line, the original line of scrimmage. And if you're Rockford, what do you do here?
4th down. Bears have elected to go for it.
They've elected to go for it. I think they're feeling the pressure of needing to get points on the board. This is quite a big ask, though, understanding that if this is not completed, it's going to be spotted right there.
And, of course, a 28-point lead would lead to the end of the game, the mercy rule. Dump off Elvog, flag is pulled, and the ball will be spotted on the turnover on downs, back to Conquer SoCal.
Turnover on downs.
Conquer SoCal were telling us before the game that they actually, they're supported by the Chargers as well as the Seahawks, and they actually had Coach Harbaugh come and talk to them when they went to the Chargers facility. I mean, what an incredible pump-up speech that must have been before coming out here to Canton, Ohio.
Mr. Kaki himself. Hey, it's work to perfection. Coach Harbaugh, if you're watching, you did a great job. And we know that you are. Tegan Burris back on the field. What a start for her. 10 of 12 through the air, 113 yards, 2 touchdowns. Heisdorf swings around the right side and ushered out near the 10.
A nice little run play. They've gone into this kind of 3-2 style defense from the Rockford Bears. They're trying to get as much of an opportunity to get those flags. The girls are quick. It's just that experience. And we talked about this before. Rockford are an incredible team, right? This is their first game as a whole team, and they were the winners of their state-sanctioned Bears League. But this is their first time really traveling on the road, and you start to see the differences.
Burris with time underneath. Heisdorf short of the goal line. It'll be 3rd and goal from the 2.
Pass only.
And at this point, you can only throw the football. No run zone, where you see the candy stripe across the 5. Inside there towards the goal line, no running of the football allowed. I'm starting to sound like you.
That's not a bad thing.
No.
You're going to be a flag nerd too soon.
Yes, I am. On 3rd down, the quick toss ahead. Pass is caught for the touch. 27-0 the score, and the all-important extra point to come.
Touchdown Seahawks. They've elected to go for 1.
Going for 1 means that you'd bring the score to 28-0, which would be what we consider a mercy rule. So that would end the game if they complete this.
Leah Schulman grabs the touchdown. The center caught that pass. And now going for one. The game on the line here for the Rockford Bears. Time for Burris. End zone. Pass is caught. And the extra point is good. 28-0. The score. And the game comes to an end on that play.